today we're going to be focusing on the importance of capacity, and we'll be looking at application requirements, device requirements, and some general guidelines for gaining more capacity. It is an essential element of wireless LAN design, implementation, monitoring, and support with modern networks, because we're no longer in that era where we can simply say we'll install a few access points and people will have wireless access, because we're now running critical applications, or we're marketing that we provide wireless access at hotels and other hospitality areas, arenas, and things like this. And when you market that you're providing wireless access and then people connect to the wireless network and do not have effective wireless access to the internet, let's just say they get a little bit frustrated. So to avoid that, we have to make sure that we've designed for capacity, and that's what we'll be looking at today. Now also, here's a big one, and I like to state it in somewhat of a shocking way. Don't believe the data rate lie. Now, what I mean by that is APs are sold as being able to accomplish a particular data rate. It's often a very high data rate. The problem is that just because they are said to be able to achieve that data rate does not in any way mean that they actually can. And why is that? Well, it's because the client is the factor that determines the data rate they're going to connect at as far as the maximum capabilities. And even with a client, the maximum data rate capability of that client does not automatically mean that they are going to achieve that maximum client data rate. So let's talk through this. And I'll start with a summary statement that might be shocking to some. Even 802.11ac wireless LANs rarely see anything close to 1 gigabit per second in a BSS. So why is that? Well, first of all, AP maximum data rates are irrelevant to data rates you'll achieve in the real world. So let's assume all of your clients actually support the maximum data rate of the AP, which would be rare, but let's assume they do. They're still not going to connect with that data rate because they're not going to have the proper signal to be able to connect and transfer data at that data rate. So just because an AP can support some maximum data rate doesn't really provide any relevancy. As soon as you get today with 11AC 25 to 30 feet from the AP, certainly out of the room from the AP, you're already dropping well below the maximum data rate. So the reality is that that maximum data rate is simply not achieved by any significant percentage of your clients in many wireless LANs.